So we were browsing Marketplace and we stumbled upon these two compressors listed at $600. They were looking pretty rough, missing some parts, needed some love for sure. I messaged the guy and asked him for the backstory. His grandfather's barn was being expropriated and he was helping him clean it out, and these had been sitting in the back for as long as he can remember. So I met up with him to have a look at them and offered him $200. At first he said no, and then he said, how about $230? So I accepted. Let's see what I bought.
My name is Kyle. This is the Szucs project. I fix things worth saving. I build things to make life better. And whenever I can, I bring my boys along for the adventure. This is me. This is the project.
So the first one here, spark plug's broken, no exhaust, missing part of the intake and the filter. Fuel was left on. Ooh, smells pretty bad. A little crusty, but it moves. We've got a line broken here, but overall, it looks to be in decent shape. Now this Ingersoll and Rand compressor looks to be in a little better shape. The spark plug's still here, no exhaust. The airbox is here. Let's have a look. Missing the rubber gasket. This filter looks like it's been in there since the compressor was new. The spark plug, actually, now that I'm looking here, is loose. Let's have a look here. Maybe someone was in here already before. Yeah, it's oily or wet. Let's put it back and we'll pull it over and see what we got. It's making compression. The recoil's beat up. This one actually seems to be in way better condition. Needs a new filter. So I think, because it'll be more fun, we'll start with this one. The fuel tank looks rusty inside. I'll show you that afterwards. Missing the recoil, but it does turn over a little crusty. Missing some parts. Broken line. Let's see what we've got here. I think if I take these two off, I'll be able to remove the shroud. And then the 4 mounting bolts, this airline, and it should be free. Okay. Okay, I think we've got it. Now, the last thing we have to take off is this air line, which controls the throttle. Awesome. Let's get to the bench and see what we've got. All right. So I think first I'm going to take out the spark plug. I'm going to see what I can see, if anything. Make sure the piston's moving. It's not got a broken crankshaft or something like that. Now, before we do anything, I think I'm going to put a little bit of penetrating oil into the cylinder just in case. Okay, so everything feels not too bad in there. The fuel tank is absolutely full of varnish and smells horrible. So I think I'm going to take the tank off and the rest of this carb cover. I don't think there's going to be any fuel left inside. From the looks of the tank, but no, it's dry. All right, let's get that tank off of there. This tank really stinks. This fuel must have been in here for years. Okay, now, I think what I'm going to do now is a quick little compression test, just to see where we're at. All right, we're set up now. Let's give it a try and see what kind of compression she's making. All right. Looks like it's making good compression. Now I think next, maybe I should have done it first. I should check the oil and see how much oil it's got, what it looks like. Because with the fuel being left on, no fuel in the tank and all that varnish, there's a really good chance that it could have flooded over and filled the cylinder, leaked down into the engine, and it's all full of fuel now. So let's have a look here. Dipstick's on the other side. Here it is. It's got oil. And it smells like oil, not like fuel, so that's great news. Let's put a new spark plug in and just see if it'll show us any signs of life. Just for testing, I'm going to use these bolts as these nuts as a spacer. Just so I can hold the carb on. I don't have any vacuum leaks. So what I'm thinking is before we spend too much time on this, we need to make sure it has potential. So I'm going to put a recoil on it I have here, which is for the same motor, just the wrong color. I'll put this on, and we'll put a little bit of fuel into the cylinder, and we'll give it a few pulls, and we'll see if it shows us any signs of life. And if it does, then it's earned a full service and oil change. A little bit of fuel in there. New plug, because the old one was broken. All right. And let's see. Choke on. Let's give it a little bit more. Oh, it backfired there. That's amazing. I think we've got a viable engine here. So next time, what we'll do is we'll give this a full restoration, and then we'll work on the pump and compressor next. Thanks, guys.